Everybody, welcome to Knitting with You, the podcast that's all about knitting, yarn reviews, knit-alongs, and we're going to add some more goodies today. So without further ado, let's get started. I have many awesome announcements for you. Okay, so our first big announcement of the day is we have a new moderator and administrator. Her name is Lizette. She is wonderful, full of creative energy. She has major positivity. She's so easy to work with. And I'm really honored to announce that she has joined the team. And anyone who would like to comment or welcome her to the group, it would be greatly appreciated. Big round of applause for our Lizette. Yay! Next, I would like to direct your attention to our member page on Ravelry. This is our thread commentations. We have lots of new threads that we want you to look at. A lot of them are works in progress, so bear with us. We have the Members Market, which is something I'm really excited about. It gives our vendors an opportunity to connect directly with all of our members. We also have our new Cal, and we also have a members poll, which I'll talk about more also. Okay, so our members market. Lizette came up with this idea. I think it's absolutely fabulous. Okay, members market is our way of getting any craft-related product out to our members. So if you're a knitter, but you also spin or ply or dye, or you crochet too, you make buttons, you make jewelry, what have you. If you have an Etsy store, you post it on our members market. And if you have any special events or sales, or you would like something of yours reviewed on our podcast, you let us know, you post it on the market, and all of our members get to the first grabs, so to speak, of what you have available. And you know, it's this wonderful idea, direct line. It gets you out there more, and it helps us talk about it some more too. We also have started Instagram for Knitting With You, and this allows us to ear burn, and we can magic link these photos of your products to a larger customer base. So if you're at all interested, hop on our discussion board, check out the rules of engagement thread before you go ahead and post on the members market thread. Next, I'd like to talk about our member polling, which is something we would like to implement. We'd like to have one each month. So this month, we're going to ask you to vote for next month's knit-along. And these are all patterns that are based on lace knitting. So first we have our Hozuki hat. Very pretty. Our next pattern will be the Emily D. Mitts. Choice number 3, the Rivulet Tam. And choice number 4, the Ha Penny hat. So we're going to have you guys vote. They're all free on Ravelry. They all use DK weight yarn, and they're all small FOs. So if you want to vote on this, please do. Just go ahead and hit the reply and post your choice. So for today's review, I am reviewing a lace weight silk yarn procured from Allison Stitches on Etsy. This is her shop on Etsy. And if we go down, we type in silk yarn for our queue, we come up with all these beautiful, beautiful hanks of 100% silk mulberry yarn. Wonderful colorways. They're just so amazing to behold, and it definitely caught my attention right away. and I thought the price was more than acceptable for the yardage that she has listed. They're about 400 yards per hank. Now up here we have the two colorways that I purchased. This is the Sunshine colorway and this is the Lichen colorway, and I purchased that for myself because green's my favorite color. And this is what I purchased for our November knit along. So I'm going to show you. So here is how the mulberry lace comes packaged. It's got this beautiful little plastic-y cellophane sheath for it. Pardon the crinkling. And it's just right to keep it safe while it's traveling, and it keeps it all neat, keeps it from getting caught on anything. So I really like the way it's packaged. When I first open it up, it's tied with bits of itself, so it's kind of hard to find the beginning. But once you get through that, it's really awesome. And then I'm going to try to show you what I've got so far. This is my Lichen colorway. And it's super duper thin. And it's plied very tightly. And it's very thin, but it's very strong. And it's very smooth. And when you first get it, it looks like it's one solid color. And pardon the messiness, I kind of rehanked it up real quick just for showing purposes. But as you knit along with it, you get this wonderful surprise, and you'll see that the colors are actually slightly changed. The saturation is different as you go along, and it's actually really beautiful. So look at that. This is the shawl. I got this silk yarn specifically to make myself a summer shawl, and it is so nice to work with. It really does. It glides right off, and I cannot even begin to talk about how smooth this feels. You just want to like make yourself a whole garment out of this. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. I would definitely recommend this to anybody. This game, when you get it, it looks really small, but there's a lot of yarn in here. It seems like I've been knitting this for a while now, and I've barely even touched the amount. It doesn't even look like it's shrunk at all. It's like I think I mentioned before, about 400 yards, give or take. So that's a pretty good deal. The colors on it, depending on the light, you get this wonderful sheen. I definitely wanted to talk about this. You get anywhere from like a metallic sheen in inside light, or if you take it out in the sun, you almost get a pearlescent kind of sheen to it, and it's really pretty. You can't really see it in here, unfortunately. It looks not very shiny at all, but man, when you get it under that light, it's breathtaking. It really is. At first, when I started knitting with it, I didn't think it would be as smooth worked up as it actually is, so that was a very pleasant surprise for me. And I like the consistency of it as well. There is no breakage, no little knots, no little tufts. It's very consistent. It makes for wonderful, easy knitting. The stitches come out beautifully defined. I believe this would also be a wonder to crochet with too. It kind of reminds me of cotton thread, except it's much softer, much smoother. So let's see, is there anything else I wanted to talk about it? Oh, there's like absolutely no splitting on it, and it glides along the needles so nicely. It's definitely a pleasure to work with. So it has a wonderful drape, it has a wonderful consistency, it plays off the light well, it's so smooth. I can't wait to have this finished. It will be the most luxurious thing I've ever had in my wardrobe, and I definitely would purchase more of this silk from Allison Stitches in the future when I figure out what exactly I want to use it on. There's so many beautiful colorways. Oh my goodness. So Alice, thank you for your wonderful product. Really appreciate it. And I hope this helps you gain some more consumers. It's definitely something I would definitely go out in the streets and shout out about. It's wonderful. Can't get enough of it. So that is our review for today. And don't forget that I have a skein of this in the beautiful golden sunshine colorway for our knit along, which I will talk about next. And the last thing I want to talk about is going to be our knit along for this month. I realize there's only a week left in December, and I'd like to apologize for the lack of updates you guys have had. Lizette and I have been talking so much trying to make our group more exciting for everybody. And we're kind of working with ideas to improve the viewing for all of you guys. So for this month's knit along, we're just going to do a finish it knit along. And basically the idea is if you're working on something or you had something started, if you can finish it by the end of the month, go ahead and do it. Post it on the thread, and we'll enter you to win the beautiful skein of the mulberry silk in the sunshine colorway. So a lot of information cram-packed in our podcast this week. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and we hope to talk again in a couple of weeks. Happy knitting! Happy knitting!